Don't get put in that blender. Hold on, who is you? Pat him down before he enter. Don't you hang with the eyes talking about he don't remember. Trying to copy what I do. I ain't even got $2 for you. Roll call when I'm coming with me. No, this ain't jump ball. You can't jump with me. Ball and jump, man. Touch hands. We about to bump then. Better bang.
As far as home field advantages go in the playoffs, there are few places tougher on a visiting team than this one. Sold out Empower Field at Mile High in Denver. Straight ahead, it's Wild Card Weekend, and we've got a great one in store, as it'll be the LA Chargers taking on the Denver Broncos.
Will Lutz picking up for the Broncos.
It's that most wonderful time of the year, the NFL playoffs, as we're underway on EA Sports. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. Now a run. Here's the first-round pick from April's draft. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Successful start to the drive, 17 yards, and moves the sticks.
Well, when you're a road team in the playoffs, when you're a wild card, what's the one thing you need to be able to do to stay in football games? Run the football. And that's an excellent job right there of identifying where to go and picking up good yardage.
Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down. Back to throw here, Herbert. Over the middle and caught by McCarthy. Called a gain of 3 on the play. And it's second down. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to put that first down, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Third down and 1.
Lion.
The tight end in motion right. Trying to run for it with Hampton. And he has the first down yardage before they bring him down right at the 45.
And that's why you spend a first-round draft pick on a running back. Not for just the fancy runs, but these dirty, gritty 3rd and 1s, 3rd and 2s. That's why you draft him.
Play action. It's Herbert. To the right side and intercepted. Picked up by Talanoa Hufanga. And the Broncos are going to get the football here as he gets this up to the 38-yard line. And certainly, look, you're on the road in the playoffs. That is a suboptimal start, opening drive INT.
And, partner, sometimes I wonder, do these teams talk about it to such an extent that maybe you almost talk yourself into the turnover when you're trying to avoid it?
Yeah, maybe they get a little too worried about keeping the football, and then you give it to the other team right off the bat. And, look, we said it, on the road, this is just a terrible, terrible start for them.
It is, and now they've got to rely on their defense.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter. Now Dobbins again on 2nd down. And some room to run now. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. That burst good for 20 and a first down.
Good running right there. And this is a man who was a 1,000-yard rusher in the regular season, so you know he's going to get his chances. And he picks up nice yardage on that one.
That's why I never ask for help. I do it for you and do it for myself. I go 0 to 1.
Now the Central Florida product is R.J. Harvey. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
And that's exactly what offenses try to avoid by using motion and throwing different formations up. They hate when he can draw a bead on the play, get a running start, and make a big play behind the line of scrimmage as he did just there.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. Growing Nix. And just not enough on the throw there, down around his feet and incomplete.
That one came up just a little bit short. I'm wondering, is he still a little bit tight as this game starts? What would you say? Maybe he's got to take the governor off of it?
Or maybe the donut off the baseball bat, like the guys
I like
in the
that.
circle?
I like that, yeah. Just take that little extra weight off of him and start to play freely.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. On play action, here's Nix. A short throw to Ingram. Only able to gain a couple there. And that's going to make it 4th down.
Brandon, a good idea there on 3rd down. Run a little clear out and hope you can get your receiver the ball coming across the formation. Nice design, but well played defensively, and they stop him well short.
And a tough ask here. They're going to go for it on 4th down and 9.
Hold on a second. Ready? Hey, motion. Olay. Bombers.
Now on 4th down, we've got a whistle here and a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. And they're going to at least line up to go for it here on 4th down.
Hold on a second. Ready? My name is Captain. Show.
They're going. It's Nix. And the pass is intercepted. He was looking for Ingram. Picked off by Dayon Henley. And the Chargers are going to get the ball back on the turnover as they hold on 4th down. The Charger drive about to get going. Well, they were intercepted the first time they had the football, but now they get it back, and it's still 0-0.
And because of that, You know what the thought process is? Interception. What interception? It didn't really happen because they gave up no points. So go back on the attack. Go back and run the offense you believe will be successful. Find your playmakers and give them the football.
Nick Bonito able to run him down for a loss of 12 that time.
We said it before the game, and I think it's still apparent. If these guys are going to advance in these playoffs, they're going to have to wreak some havoc coming off the edge.
Yeah, wild card round. They told us the wild card could be that defensive pressure. They showed it there. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. Herbert going to give to Hampton. And a short gain here as he gets it up only to about the 6.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority one.
No score after 1 on EA Sports. Charger football to start quarter number 2. As they've got it with a 3rd down and long coming up. Facing some long odds here if they hope to convert, as they're well behind the original line of scrimmage. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Will try and do this himself. And this one will be taken up. They'll spot it right at the 7. Only able to get back a yard for his efforts, and that leads us to 4th down.
And, partner, I would guess that in his headset he was hearing from his coach, it's 3rd down, don't take a sack. And in this case, he's able to avoid the pressure and get out of there. He doesn't get the 1st down, but he does turn a possible loss into positive yardage.
On is the punter Scott here as he gets this one away. Fielded just inside the 30. 62 yards on the punt that time. Wow. And the Broncos take over. 1st down and 10. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. That opening drive ended with the INT. It didn't lead to points, but still not the way they were hoping to begin the game.
But how about going and telling your defense, thank you, a huge thank you. You said it didn't lead to points, start off that drive. Now they've got a chance to redeem themselves, maybe reward their defense a little bit. I put some points on the board on this one.
It's a gain of 22 yards. And the Broncos, 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Bombers, bombers, bombers.
Nix to the air. He'll swing this out to Dobbins. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. But he's already proven to be a factor in the running game on this drive. Now he gets involved in the passing game.
I think what we're seeing here is the modern version of workhorse in the NFL, being able to run it and catch it with equal proficiency.
They'll work from the 36 on 2nd and 6. To throw is Nix. And this is thrown to the sideline. No receiver in the area, though, and that's going to bring out a flag. So now it's 3rd and long, because remember, they also lose a down on the grounding call.
Ready.
Now it's Nix. He's got his target. That's complete. And he's brought to the ground with another 1st down at the Chargers 16. That was was no 3rd and 2. That was 3rd and 16, but they get the conversion anyway. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Here's a give to Dobbins running right. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. A gain of 3, 2nd down. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Here's 2nd and 7.
Ready. Wait for it. Kill, turn up.
Here comes Dobbins on the toss right. He was trying to turn the corner, but he will go nowhere. It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down.
Well, it's almost football 101 that you preach to your safeties. Don't let anyone get behind you. You're the last line of defense. But he didn't let the play come to him. He went to the play. How about that read and recognition and finishing off that one behind the line of scrimmage?
Tough spot here. 3rd down and 11.
Hold on, son. Ready? Olay. Hey, Sean, let's go. Bombers. Show. Captain.
They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. Nick's going to keep this himself. And probably the wise decision there. No one open. He just throws it away. And that keeps the field goal on the table as it's 4th down.
Like what I see so far out of this defense, because they've been showing their best coverages on 3rd down. So far, only allowed 1 conversion on a handful of attempts. One area of their game plan that they've executed to perfection.
Well, both teams kind of feeling each other out here. And now after 3 drives, we have a score with that field goal.
Yeah, they're still waiting for their breakout drive to come to them, all right? They're using the playbook well. They're looking for that extra section that says touchdowns instead of field goals. But they'll take the 3 for now and try and get set up for more later.
And the mile-high air in full effect as that's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Charger drive about to get going. This one a little slow to get cooking. Just a 3-0 scoreline as they begin with a 1st and 10. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. He gets it to Johnston. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. First catch of this wild card game for a 1,000-yard receiver in the regular season. He's got a 1st down, too.
Go.
On 1st down, it's Hampton. And that didn't fool anybody. He's going to be dropped in the backfield. Chris Jones that time coming in with a tackle behind the line. So their task a little bit more difficult now. 2nd and 13 that they're walking up on. Now it's Herbert. He's got the tight end. That's Gadsden. And this is going to be another 1st down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos 18. A good pick up there, 26 yards.
A gain of 26 yards. And the Chargers 1st down.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Herbert now. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he is out of bounds, getting it down to the 10. So they'll get 8 out of that completion. And it'll be second in a couple.
Second and 2.
On the handoff, it's Hampton. And he's in for a Charger touchdown. Omari and Hampton, a 9-yard touchdown run. And the Chargers have taken the lead. A solid blocking up front from the guys on the offensive line allowed him to get in for the touchdown.
Yeah, some might say that the guys on the offensive line were in concert. I used to have a coach who called it marrying up, meaning when you get on a guy, you just stay right there, and each guy has his own assignment. That allowed the runner to make the big move towards the end zone.
Extra point up and good by Dicker. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. Now after the Dicker field goal, he's back out, ready to send it away. And out a little across the 25 to the 27.
At their own 27-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of sixes back-to-back. What a momentum swing that would be.
Yeah, you might be able to get a 2-for-1 without ever even giving up the football.
And they're not going to go quietly into this halftime break. They know they're in for a fight, so they're trying to make every possession count. They took the big shot there, but it winds up incomplete.
A 2nd and 10, a very chilly day here, but no snow. And I got to say, if it's going to be this cold, I want snow. You should see Charles' face. He's looking at me like I'm crazy. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. And the Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. What do they have for this? 3rd and 11. To throw, here's Nix. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. Denver has the first down, the play going for 15 yards.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a first down.
Here's Nix. And that's to the left sideline and incomplete.
So many times we've seen him try to escape the pocket and do something with his legs, but in this case, the pressure was too intense and he made the wise choice to just get rid of the football and make sure no one was going to get it.
Now a 2nd and 10. Operating from the gun, Nix. And he will find his man Sutton. That's complete. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1.
1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Again, he'll drop to throw. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
This could be the start of a nice stand from this defense now after getting walked backwards on this drive. Come through with another one here, and you have them staring at a 3rd and long, and that puts the defense in a position to dictate to the offense.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Bombers, bombers, bombers. Over set. Get ready. Ready, ready. Joe.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And, it's incomplete. Oh, that would have been 6 points, but somehow he couldn't rein it in.
That's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
Here comes the 8th play of the drive, and they need a full 10 yards on 3rd down.
Over set. 8, ready. Ready, away.
Nix from the shotgun. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. So a couple of first downs on this drive, but it's looking like another empty possession.
And those empty possessions are certainly starting to pile up. So the adjustments that teams talk about all the time have to be taking place. They've got to analyze what's breaking down and figure a way to fix it.
The 3 straight incompletions, they don't care. That hasn't dissuaded them. They're going to go for it on 4th. And they're going to take a timeout defensively. So with 4th down coming up, they go ahead and burn it and say we'll see what happens. The offense staying out there. They look prepared to go here on 4th and 10.
Ready. Ready, ready. Bombers.
They'll go for it. Here's Nix. That's to his running back, complete. And unable to break away. They stop him a few yards shy. The Broncos unable to convert here on 4th. And it'll be a turnover on downs. The Charger drive about to get going. And they'll have time for one play. That's it. 3 seconds to go before intermission. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. Final play of the first half, barring a penalty, as they come up on 1st and 10.
Set.
And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And he's going to be taken down here as that will lead us to the end of the first half of play. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. Teams trying to avoid being one and done in these playoffs as we start the second half of this AFC wildcard game. And that is over the back line of the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll bring this out to the 30. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. They do trail, but they have a chance to possess the football first to try and do something about it.
And that certainly makes it something of an important drive for them because is it going to win the game? No, but you have to do something to bring some life to your sideline.
Taken down at the 41. A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
2nd and 4. They'll find Dobbins out of the backfield. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48.
A 7-yard gain. And the Broncos first down.
And now they'll audible to something else.
1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
They'll get that complete to Franklin. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled down. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10.
Broncos first down. 1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
To the right, yeah. Hold those.
They'll go play action with Nix. Chargers able to get the pressure and bring him down. They dial up the corner blitz that time, and it delivers to the tune of a 9-yard loss. How about that? The defense's first sack. It doesn't come from one of the usual suspects up front. It comes from the secondary.
Yeah, I think they caught the quarterback off guard a little bit because he wasn't able to account for the possibility of that blitz and change the blocking assignments. He comes through and puts him on the ground.
A shotgun snap and a give to Dobbins. The 20. And all the way home for a Broncos score. J.K. Dobbins, 48 yards. And the Broncos have taken the lead here in this 3rd quarter.
You get in a 2nd and long situation down here in the red zone, I'd say most defensive coaches would think pass, let's bring some pressure. So this is kind of a tendency breaker here to hit him with something on the ground, and he'll take it all the way into the end zone.
Lutz with the extra point. And the lead is now 10-7. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And that is over the back line of the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll bring this out to the 35-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. And, Charles, it feels like we're set up for a good second half here. Came out of the locker room, one-score game. Now the lead has already changed hands. Well, this offense, they've got an opportunity right now to take that lead right back.
Yeah, and it feels like you're going back and forth almost a little bit like a tennis match, right? And we're just saying, no, our heads just keep moving. Which side has it? Which side's going to score? How are they going to go out doing it? A little bit of a challenge for each side trying to match each other.
Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. Get the connection there. It's incomplete.
We're going to give out a little applause on that play. It has to go to the defense. More good work by them. They've taken away the passing lanes all game long, and you can see the frustration that it's causing because he just about threw that one into the first row.
And he comes back with one complete. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 24-yard line. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
Give here to Hampton. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. 2nd down. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle. That's what we saw right there.
Yeah, and that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. And he's going to go down. He's sacked back at the 24. It's a loss of a yard, so they'll wind up threatening him with a sack, and it brings up third down.
Third and long.
A third down now. Those last two plays indicative of how things have gone for them. Just nowhere to go on the ground and struggling to put up points. He'll try and do this himself. And this one is incomplete.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
So that's a 7-play drive that ultimately stalls out there at the end.
And things were a little leaky in the beginning on that drive, weren't they? But how about the front seven? As they got closer to the goal line, things stiffened a little bit, forced the field goal.
And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Now this game, it has obviously been all about the defense on both sides of the football. Which offense is going to break through here? We'll see if they can do it on this drive. The drive will commence with a run by J.K. Dobbins. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. They went with the run-pass option, and I don't know if the option really mattered there because the defense was ready.
So many times you put the defense at a disadvantage because you have those multiple options, but when they read their keys and play it correctly, sometimes the result goes in their favor.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
Oh, captain.
Back to throw. Nix. And got his man complete. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. 36 yards on the play.
He just had the feeling that sooner or later someone was going to come up with that one play. Neither team has really done a whole lot offensively, but here's one that pays off to the tune of big yardage, and it's one that could maybe get this group in gear.
On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins. Yeah, he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
On the tackle. A gain of 9 brings up 2nd and 1 at the Chargers' 26-yard line.
1 quarter remains for the right to survive round 1 here in the AFC. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. So from the 26-yard line, here's 2nd down and a yard. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on. 3rd down.
This is really impressive because when the offenses are running RPOs, things move very quickly. Fake, ball's out of his hands, and they're trying to hit him in the gaps downfield. And instead, the defender reacts so well that he makes a play on it, and the ball falls incomplete.
On 3rd and short. They'll try and pick it up through the air. That is caught. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. Forget the run on 3rd and 1. They shock the D and rip off a pretty big play.
Goal at the 5-yard line.
A field goal could get them the lead, but it might not be enough here as they come up on 1st and goal. Off the bootleg, here's Nix. On the RPO, and he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Bo Nix, a 5-yard touchdown run. And the Broncos have broken this deadlock and have taken the lead here in the 4th. Lutz to try to add the PAT. He's got it as they go up by a total of 17-10.
Makes the score Broncos 17, Chargers 10. Will Lutz to kick off for the Broncos.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. Oh, a good return up past the 30. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 40, right around the 39, so solid starting field position. The Charger drive about to get going. If they want to advance in this divisional round, look, obviously the time is now. Trailing here in the 4th as they go to work on a crucial drive, 1st and 10. Justin Herbert looking to pass. Now this one finds McConkey. Taking it right down Broadway. Touchdown, LA. Lad McConkey, 61 yards. And the Chargers are an extra point away from tying this game here in the 4th.
As a fan, is there anything prettier than a well-executed post-route?
No, it's a thing of beauty, especially when it's done like that for a touchdown.
The throw, the catch, and how about the run after to get it to the end zone?
Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And an important one that is, as we are all tied now early in this 4th quarter. Both these teams fighting for their playoff lives. All tied, 4th quarter, as the kick is away here. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return.
Over 1st and 10 at their own 31-yard line.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And it's all on the line now, all even in this wild card matchup. Maybe their most important drive of the season coming up right now here, 1st and 10. Throwing Nix. That's taken in by Franklin. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive. 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Oh, my son! Ready! Ready! Behind! Joe! Away! Bombers!
Nix to the air. He'll dump this off complete to Dobbins. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. He'll give him 4 yards there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Oh, my son! To the right, yeah. Ready! Behind!
And now they'll shift things around. A give up the middle to Dobbins. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. A field goal from this spot likely out of the question. They've got to get closer here on third down.
Captain. Olay. Kill.
To throw is Nix. And that will be incomplete.
How about this defense? They came up with a couple big plays in this sequence, and none better than the one right there, forcing the incompletion and bringing up fourth down.
Tie game, fourth quarter, and they're going for this thing on fourth down.
Hold on a second. Ready.
They're going. It's Nix. He'll let this go deep for Sutton. This is caught inside the 15. And all the way home for a Broncos score. Cortland Sutton, 47 yards. And the Broncos answer back with a touchdown of their own to break our tie and take the lead here in the fourth. Looks good on the extra point. And they will take a 7-point lead.
24. Chargers 17. Will Lutz to kick off.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. Some hitting going on now. This has been a tight game, and he takes a big shot there on the return. The Charger drive about to get going. They trail by a touchdown here in the fourth quarter. Their season, to be frank, it's on the line right now in this wild card matchup. And obviously points are a must here as they begin 1st and 10. And that is incomplete. The coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
And partner, to me, that one was all about timing. If he's there too early, it's going to be a pass interference call. If he's too late, it's a completed pass. He was Johnny on the spot on that one.
So the incompletion, and now it's 2nd and 10, again from the 25-yard line. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
It's another zone defense. It looks like it's open for possibilities, but they did a nice job patrolling the middle of the field and forcing an incompletion.
The offense on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10.
Set.
A shotgun snap for Herbert. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete. I don't know. He had to be pretty quick with his fingers to start and stop after the ball hit the ground. I'm giving him some credit.
Well, I'm thinking about the mental focus. You know?
Yeah.
My mental focus.
Yeah, that's true.
Got to stay with it.
That's true. Here's J.K. Scott now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. This is taken around the 12. So possession goes over here on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And this a very important drive leading to the fourth quarter of this wild card game. But this one far from over as they start out here 1st down. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick 1st down.
Well, it may seem a little unorthodox to some people. Got the lead, 4th quarter, yet he's still firing away. I think he believes that's the best way to go ahead and win the game.
Yeah, a lot of coaches say, let's just run the football, be conservative. He's sticking to his game plan.
No, that is his game, and that's what they're going to ride.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Ready. Wait for it. We're going to do this. 37. Olay. Punch left.
Now it's Nix. That one too wide and incomplete.
And when you're in a one-score game in the second half, now's not the time to force the football to places where you shouldn't. And that's a smart decision to just get that one out of there.
Under 4 to go now as they come up on second down.
Captain. 2 to 12. Bombers.
Operating from the gun, Nix. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. This a very important drive, and that incompletion leads to a very important third down here if they're going to try and get the football back.
Yeah, getting it back, absolutely crucial to their chances to try and win this game. I would expect a lot of pressure here. They can't afford to let them continue to get first downs and eat away at the clock.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. Operating from the gun, here's Nix. He finds Sutton crossing the formation complete. And he will have a Broncos first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
And that pickup of a first down, that's going to leave a mark because they really needed to stop them there, didn't they?
So frustrating. Defensively, you're a play away from getting that football back here down late. Tough.
Now they've got to find a way to create a turnover or a takeaway. Otherwise, this one will probably get away from them.
And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. 126 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
And in a situation like this, you're in the second half with the lead, trying to get to the division round. They're going to let him do his thing on the ground, and that's a great run there to pick up a first down.
So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 down at the 31. Looking to throw. Nix. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards. This is something you got to be wary of defensively. I mean, just because they're in the mode of trying to burn some clock doesn't mean they won't pass it. And they got good yardage out of that one.
Yeah, and really, when you're looking at it, now they've got a fresh set of downs. Look for second down if they want to take another shot and try and loosen things up. That'd be the time to do it.
And now this defense trying to use the clock to their advantage. They'll take the timeout here with 2:08 left. And then they'll have another stop coming up at the 2-minute warning. Now 2nd and 9.
Captain. Bombers. Chill. Kill.
Working out of the gun is Nix. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Franklin. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So it's Bronco football as we get you reset here. They're facing a critical 3rd down now as they try to hold on to this lead. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down.
Captain.
From the gun on 3rd down. Nix. He'll try and do this himself.
Now that's a killer because you think you've got it absolutely covered. And then he hot-foots it out of there and picks up a first down. Drives you crazy as a defense.
Looked like, you're exactly right. Looked like a for-sure stop on 3rd, and then the tables turn. It's 1st and goal, and a late touchdown at this stage could officially salt this one away. Going for the knockout punch. They'll try and run. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5.
The yards may start getting a little tougher to come by down here near the goal line. That's good work defensively there on 1st down, holding them to a short gain.
If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up second down. That one looks like he'll throw here. Now the old pass completion for no gain, not something you want to call up out of the playbook too often.
Yeah, most offensive coordinators don't have that on their play sheet, so they've got to go back and scramble after this one. But right now, with what they're telling receivers about making sure you take care of the ball in open field, sometimes the fighting for extra yardage doesn't come as a result. That and good tackling can lead to no yards gained.
Obviously, Charles, such an important, well-executed touchdown, and that caps off what has been a strong second half. Remember, they trailed at halftime.
And how about the response? That's the type of thing that every team talks about before a season begins. Don't worry about the scoreboard at the half. Let's play strong in the second and come out and take the fight to our opponent. They did exactly that, and now they have the lead to show for it.
Lutz with the extra point. And the lead now up to 14.
Makes the score Broncos 31, Chargers 17. Will Lutz to kick off for the Broncos.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. Shifts by him. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. Here's 1st and 10. Herbert gonna throw. Open man right side. That's McConkey. Down the right sideline. And he takes this one into the end zone. And all of a sudden, here in the final minute, things get a little bit tighter. Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a one-score game now. Probably going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they have to. It's not a high percentage play, but it's better than not having a chance at all. And that's when you put your leapers and your flyers on one side, get that high hop, and hope that one of the guys can come up with it.
And on the other side, you get that hands team rep.
No doubt about it.
So still a little over 40 seconds to go. Time enough to put a drive together if they can get this onside kick. And the Broncos are able to recover, and that should just about wrap this one up. The risk-reward of the onside kick, when you don't get it, the risk comes out to play, and here they gave up great field position.
And that's the key to everything, because you're trying your best to press advantages when you have them, and field position leads you to that type of play calling, and whether you want to blitz or whether you want to throw the ball deep, those types of things. Now they've given up that type of field position, the advantage is switched to their opponent.
It's a pickup of 13, and with that 13 yards, this ball game just about over.
1st and 10 at the 32-yard line.
Captain. Bombers.
Here's Nix. He finds his man, complete. It's Franklin. And he is going to have the Broncos first, and that should be the capper. Well, one win down, still 3 to